My name is Melinda, and I am the mental health specialist at the International School, Manila. I had taken ASIST, I think in 2011. And so part of it was I knew how impactful it was at that time towards the beginning of my career. And then I thought it was just about time to take it again and get a refresher for it, because it really had an impact on me in terms of how to work with anyone you see who is suicidal, just from passerby or from a professional stance as well. Yeah, I think what I was expecting was, a similar format, which it was, as to what I had in 2011, and just giving the framework for the model of how to help someone, whether or not you are in the profession or not, and to walk you through it step by step. I think one thing that really stood out for me, particularly this time, was, and I think I talked about it there, was how much easier I think the course felt, and that they were able to actually perform the role plays and things in a more natural manner for people who were not actually in the profession, but rather for people who were a teacher or a coach or a pastor or someone. It was much easier for them, because I think as someone in the profession, I was overthinking it. And so that was a surprising part to me. I think for people who aren't in the profession, there's not necessarily the need to overthink, okay, but first this and then this, and to walk through different steps. But it really is a framework to give the everyday person some tools and some very clear step-by-step kind of instructions and pathway to assist someone who is suicidal that they might encounter just on the street or on a bridge or on a building, and how they can help them effectively and keep them safe until they can get the help that they need. It can be good for your everyday person just walking around on the street, no matter what is a profession or career. It can be good for people who are in the profession, and just as a good kind of straightforward framework, because I think that there's lots of different ways to go about assisting someone in the moment, but this gives just a very straightforward framework that can help people to know what to do and how to keep someone safe in the moment. Yeah, absolutely. I think thinking about it from the other side, if I were to be the professional who arrived on the scene to help in that moment, it would have been really great to have walked through the de-escalation strategies to get them to a point where then you could talk to them and make the next step as a professional to make that call. So yes, it really does help, I think, to walk people through the whole framework to get them to a calmer and safer place. In terms of just suicidality, there's been quite a lot, but it's not necessarily in the moment. It's more kind of like we hear about it, or we learn that they have a plan or something like that. But I think a piece from the training that has been helpful has been to be able to share the little handouts that were given with parents. And so for parents who may have a child who has been suicidal, or actually we've had other parents or a spouse who has also been suicidal, and to give them that as a framework to be able to walk through, okay, if something happens, these are some steps you can take to then pass off to a professional. So that has been helpful, the handouts. I think the thing that stands out to me about Chris and Sandy are really about how incredibly passionate and determined that both of you are about this, and about the work, and about getting the message across in a very clear and concise manner. I really appreciate the level of professionalism, and just keeping, it's a lot of material to get through in kind of a short amount of time, even though it feels like a long time, and the way that it's delivered is really so impactful. You guys created such an incredible safe space, and I think it was really well done in terms of breaking the two groups up, so you have smaller groups, which then allows people to be a bit more vulnerable and open and honest with each other. And I think keeping people on track because of the timing was also very helpful. At times it felt like it was speeding things along, but there were reasons for that. And I think by the end, we really felt like a really solid, unified group, it felt like. I think don't be scared. This is a big topic, but a very important one, and one that I think is very important to learn some basic skills, because you never know what you might come across at any point in any time. So do it.